Today's video is made possible by our friends at Skillshare. Welcome back, brothers, to the homestead. Thursday morning, we are in pretty bad conditions today. There's a lot of smoke. If we're not in red flag warning, we certainly should be soon. It just feels like it. Red flag warning means that imminent fire danger. So we're going to be doing three things in today's video. We're going to be hopefully start putting the glass in the greenhouse. Going to get the excavator out, do a little bit of back grading, and also get all of our fire apparatus ready so that we can move in a moment's notice. Let's go get started with that, and then we'll come back to the greenhouse. When I'm laying out my personal gear, I'm kind of methodical about it. I actually lay it out on the ground like a mannequin. I start at the top, work to the bottom. I've changed the way I've set up my shop recently. I used to put together individual bags, that were ready to go, like go bags that had fire starters and all that stuff in it. And I found that it doesn't work. I have too many things. I might need to grab a first aid kit for if we're going dirt biking, or I was constantly roboting out of bags, so I completely changed it. I don't do those bags anymore. I have everything set up in here like a store. So I come in here and pick what I need. Shelters, GPSs, RAM mounts, signaling devices, first aid, radios, tire inflation, fire starter, etc., etc. This is a work in progress, but you see the concept. All of these things here are my most used items, and it helps to remind me of the things I need. So as I'm putting together my wildland pack, for example, instead of you have to go back through old bailout bags and stuff, I keep it all right here. So I know that I need eye protection, right? My eye protection here, and I need my hard hat, and I need my radios, and I need my gloves and my saws and my headlamps. You see the concept? The more obscure things, I just keep in the fire, in the firebox. My tools, specific tools and things for firefighting. Once I get all my gear laid out and kind of visualize it, then I know if I'm missing something. And then I red bag everything. With that all taken care of, I can focus on my work and I don't have to worry about anything. If we get a call or have a need, I can be out of here inside of 90 seconds, ready to go, knowing I have what I need on hand. I'm not concerned about my own place. I do my work around here. I irrigate my fields. There's no threat to our house here. My neighbors, on the other hand, don't have it so good. A lot of them live in the urban interface up here, and one lightning strike and that fire could be in there, and it's off to the races. With that done, let's head over to the greenhouse, see how the boys are doing. Looks like the boys have the frame pretty well up. Jariah's roto hammering and tap conning it down to the slab, and then you're about ready to start putting glass in soon, huh?
Real soon. I just gotta cut that threshold out.
A lot of you guys were asking about the greenhouse, where we got it. I'm gonna have to ask Mrs. W. I know we purchased it out of the Netherlands. We needed something that was really, really strong because of the high snow load. And this is what we found to be the best. To anchor this to the slab, Jariah is just cutting some aluminum angle that it came with, and we're securing it with the tap cons into the concrete. He's just finishing that up. We'll put the door in, and it looks like he's building the glass panels now. So it looks like each one you have to basically build a window.
Yeah, that's for the top windows. I'm building a mock door right now so we can dry fit it on the side there and make sure we're not having any impedance.
So this is the door frame.
Yeah, this is just I'm just building an empty door frame try it out on the side there.
So it's a double door sliding, so we get a nice 4-foot opening, I'm assuming. A lot of work, a lot of fussy details in this. Just probably, what would you say, first time probably about a week to put this thing up?
Yeah, if I didn't have experience with the grand designs, but there's not a lot of greenhouses that are rated for snow loads.
While Dry's working on that, I'm gonna pre-flight the excavator. I gotta grease it and fuel it and get going on the grading here. Well, that's warming up. I'm gonna run over and grab my bucket. I left it over the other side of the pasture. I think it's small enough I could pick it up and put it at the back of my quad. What do you think, brothers? Can I get that, wrestle that thing up in there? Ooh, it's pretty heavy. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think so. It's got to be a couple 100 pounds, huh? Let's see here. Something in my pocket there. Hate to make a special trip all the way out of here. It's a unhandy thing. Oh, I think I can do it. All right. Oh, that's heavy. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for curious or creative people. Explore new skills, develop existing interests, and get lost in your own personal creativity. The folks at Skillshare have really designed it for those who want to learn. There are no ads, and they're always adding new content, so it's always staying fresh and relevant. When you join, you can try one of Skillshare's live classes. You get access to world-class teachers in real time. It just makes it more interactive, more interesting, and a lot more fun. Me personally, I've really enjoyed taking classes from Marquez Brownlee. He runs one of the most popular YouTube channels, and I've learned so much from his workflow and just how he creates those amazing videos. They're so high quality, and the thing that's really inspirational to me is that he's self-taught, so I can really relate to that. As is my custom, I've worked you guys a free deal. The first 1,000 of you that click the link below are going to get a free 1-month subscription to Skillshare, where you can start exploring your own creativity. Fun fact for our brothers who don't live in the US, there's two types of diesel. Primarily there's off-road and on-road. And the red diesel, you might notice in that red filter, it's dyed red, and that's only to be used for off-road equipment. They can't charge taxes on it because you don't use the highways. If they catch you and they find the red diesel in a truck or a vehicle, then you can be in trouble. I'm getting ready to upgrade my fuel system. I've got 100 gallons of unleaded premium. I got 160 gallons of diesel, but I'm going to 1,000 and 500. I just located tanks yesterday. I'm just waiting on the guy to call me back and I'm gonna go pick them up. I'll have 1,000 of diesel and then 500 of gas. Kind of insulate ourselves a little bit from the uncertainty this winter. Having this yellow Caterpillar in the shop reminds me of a story my old neighbor Henry told me. Henry was my old neighbor. He's the one that said, "Don't take me long to look at something," right? Well, he was a brilliant mechanic, and you know he never learned to read. He grew up in a family that only spoke French. They had dirt floors. And the funniest story, his mom used to make moonshine during Prohibition to make a little extra money. They were really, really poor. There was like 8 or 9, 10 kids or so, dirt floor house. And he told me that when they were little kids, his mom would be down in the basement and she'd be running the brew, and she ran a little bar that the loggers would come in after work, and she'd charge, I think it was like $0.25 a shot or something like that. She said that when she had the still running and the moonshine was coming out into the bottle, she said to the little kids, and they were little, from like toddlers on up, "You can stick your finger in it, lick it, but no cups." And he said that after an hour or two, there'd be 9, 10 little kids laid out there on the ground, passed out, sticking their fingers in it and licking it. But he told me a story of, did I grease this already? Of a salesman that was bothering him and how he dealt with it. If I remember the story right, Henry was up on top of a big cat, up on the canopy, and he was painting it Caterpillar yellow. I guess they painted him with a brush back in those days. And he was busy trying to get his work done, and there was a salesman that kept coming around to the shop, constantly pestering him. And he had a real nice suit on, and he was a real fancy guy. And Henry was trying to get his work done, and this guy had been bothering him for years. He's like, "Hank, you need to buy this, and you need to buy that." And he had all of his catalogs, and he was trying to hold him up there. And Henry's like, "You know what? I don't have time to deal with this right now. Come back another time. I'm really busy." And the salesman persisted and persisted. And Henry said, "I don't know what happened, but somehow that 1-gallon can of Caterpillar yellow fell off that canopy right on his head." he said he was mad as hell. After the paint fell on him, Henry jumped down there and grabbed an old greasy rag and started wiping him off. I guess that's what really put him over the edge. Remind me to tell you the story how he dealt with the pesky log truck driver. All right, I guess that's it for the pre-flight. My goodness, it's hot out here. 1 o'clock. You know what, guys? I'm gonna send the boys home. The air quality is just terrible. It's getting worse and worse. We just don't need it. All right, well, thanks for watching. Actually, let's go over, before we shut it down, let's head over to Jariah, see what he's up to, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. How's the door cutting going? Tedious?
Yeah,
Looks like you about got it.
but I'm sure there's a better way of doing it.
So the door, you can put the door on this, I guess, anywhere you want to. This is the threshold.
Yes.
And then you just cut out the 2-foot track. And then just
the track, and this lays in the back because you see these grooves.
Uh-huh.
Flip this guy here. So there's your threshold.
Mm-hmm.
This L sits here. These nuts slide in the tracks, and you
Bolts
tighten
it
up
together.
Your extrusion. Basically, button it up that way.
And then we'll put a couple anchors right there on the sides, and the
Yep.
doors will slide this way.
Exactly.
All right. Hey, why don't you pack up and get out of here? It's getting too hot.
Okay.
The smoke, the air quality's terrible.
Okay.
This ain't going anywhere. Throw everything up on the slab and get inside, get some clean air. All right, that's it for us. We're gonna call it a day and head home and resume when we resume. So thanks for watching. May God bless you and your families. Please keep us in your prayers, and we'll see you all on the next video.